Bonjour, aujourd'hui c'est le mardi 28 avril. So today, for class, please go to Canvas, and if you haven't already, please take the Unit 4 exam. A few of you have already taken it, which is awesome. I've gone through and graded it, and grades are stellar. Really, I intended it just as like kind of a check to see how you're doing with the subjunctive. So please do take that. That's really important before moving forward. Once you've taken that, I've got some exercises for you to start with for Thursday's class, and I'm really excited to start with this. So I think I'll bump this part up, but I would love for you to start here. What do you already know about Le Petit Prince? Maybe you know something about the prince in the title, about the author, about the general plot, or maybe when it was written or published. Please answer below before Thursday's class. And this, I think, is a really great, I'm excited to use this feature of Canvas, the discussion feature. And I'm excited to use it in English for kind of clarification questions as we read the book. And then also in French, I'll be posting kind of thought-provoking questions to help you kind of process and think things through in French as part of like a discussion that we might normally have in French in a classroom. And again, this is where my experience at UW really comes in handy. I've had a ton of these kind of discussions in a college classroom setting, and unfortunately, we can't have them in person, but I'm going to offer you everything I can in the way of replicating that through Canvas. And I really, really want to encourage y'all to push yourselves to do this. Not because it's homework, not because you have to, but because you'll get more out of the book. You'll get more out of the reading, and it'll just generally be a better experience for you, I think, if you participate in these, both in the English discussions where we talk about understanding and just checking words and such, or in the French post where I'll be asking you kind of provocative questions that get to the heart of the specific reading that I've assigned. So here we're just starting real slow. I understand some of you are still taking the exam, so I wanted to kind of, all right, what do you already know? And maybe you know nothing at all, and that's okay. You can just write, I know nothing, and I'm excited or something, right? Um, okay, so please do that. And then once you've done that, complete the reading on ClassKick. So as I had mentioned before we kind of before school was canceled, I have a really great plan for this reading, how we're going to read the Petit Prince through ClassKick. One thing I really love about ClassKick is you can annotate your reading, and I'll be checking in to see if you're doing that. Not because I want to give you homework or more work to do, but because I really want to help you learn how to read. You already know how to read, right? But I want to help you cultivate the ability to read a text and underline it and highlight it and circle it and really, really make it your own. And I'll walk you through that in a moment. Then, once you've done that reading in English, come ask a question here on Canvas. So this is kind of a discussion that we'll have for every reading you have where, okay, in English, you can ask questions about specific things that aren't clear in the reading because you're reading it in French, and that's a tricky thing. So it can be about words you weren't able to find, sentences that don't make sense to you, overall meaning of a passage, etc., etc. And please consider answering someone else's question too. This is a really, really great practice to practice helping each other, and you'd be surprised how powerful it can be to help somebody else. Um, you know, something that I've learned is you can learn something only so well, and then the next step to further your learning is to teach it. And that might seem really wild. I don't know if you've heard that before, but the idea is the final step of learning is teaching. Um, Through teaching, you learn something in a deeper way, in a better way, and that's been really true for me. So I really want to encourage you to take advantage of this. And if you don't have a question, consider leaving a comment, right? So here I've got the Canvas class, the ClassKick class code. You can also click on it. It's got a link directly to the ClassKick. And then I've got the reading itself, which is really, really short, just to start us off. So let's take a look at the ClassKick. And I've set it up for you. I love this background color. I think it complements the text really well. And I've just given you these scans that I've done. And the watercolor are really iconic. It's the author's watercolors, and they're very iconic. You might recognize them. So that's the front cover. This is the title page with the author, the text name, with drawings from the author, NRF, Gallimard. So these are the publication houses. And this is the text itself. À Léon Verte. Je demande pardon aux enfants d'avoir dédié ce livre à une grande personne. J'ai une excuse sérieuse. Cette grande personne est le meilleur ami que j'ai au monde. J'ai une autre excuse. Cette grande personne peut tout comprendre, même les livres pour enfants. J'ai une troisième excuse. Cette grande personne habite la France où elle a faim et froid. Elle a bien besoin d'être consolée. Si toutes ces excuses ne suffisent pas, je veux bien dédier ce livre à l'enfant qu'a été autrefois cette grande personne. Toutes les grandes personnes ont d'abord été des enfants, mais peu d'entre elles s'en souviennent. Je corrige donc ma dédicace. À Léon Verte quand il était petit garçon. And that's it. That's the reading. So once you've done that reading, come hop in over here. And so as part of that reading, I'd love to see you annotate it. I'd love to see you highlight stuff. That's eraser mode. Here's highlighter mode. So maybe you think this is interesting right here. Maybe you want to une excuse, une autre excuse, une troisième excuse, right? So he's got 3 different excuses. And I won't go any further. But I really want to see you annotating it. I really want to see you doing that stuff, engaging with the text. And it kind of makes it your own. And I'm really excited to see what you do with it. So that's the homework for Thursday. Please do that. And I look forward to seeing what you work with it. As always, tomorrow, Wednesday, from 3 to 4 p.m., I will be doing office hours through YouTube Live. So come through to ask a question or just to chat and check in, and I'll be there. So Wednesday from 3 to 4 p.m., YouTube Live. Take good care and au revoir.